Hello everyone. Let's have a look at a quadratic sequences GCSE past paper question. This particular one is from Specimen Papers Pack, paper 2. If you've already revised this topic, have a go at the question and then check out the answers at the end. Otherwise, let's have a go together. So let's read the question first. Here are the first 5 terms of a quadratic sequence. Find an expression in terms of n for the nth term of this quadratic sequence. So as usual for sequences, let's check what this sequence is going up or down in. In this case, this is 2. This is 4, 6, and very predictably 8. So as you can see, that is the difference between linear and quadratic sequences. In quadratic sequences, the first difference is not always the same. And that's why we have to go into the second difference. And as soon as you've calculated the second difference, which in this case is 2, you've gained a mark. So I'm going to show you 2 methods. You make a decision which one you prefer. Up to this point, both methods are the same. So I'm going to start with one that I've actually learned to love very recently. It was my least favorite because it requires you to memorize some algebra, some algebraic expressions, and my memory is quite poor. But let me see if I can have a go. So the second difference is always going to be equal to 2a. The first number in the first difference is always going to be equal to 3a plus b. And the first term of the sequence is going to be equal to a plus b plus c. So we take them like this, and we're going to solve them. We're of course going to start with the equation in one unknown. So the one at the very bottom of my working out, which is 2a equals to 2. And therefore a has to equal to 2 divided by 2, which is 1. Now that I know a is 1, I can substitute it in my second equation. So 3a plus b equals 2. I'm going to do my substitution. So 3 times 1 plus b equals 2. 3 plus b equals to 2. If I take away 3 from both sides, I'm going to end up with b equals to minus 1. And finally, I now know a is 1, b is minus 1. I can work out c using the last equation. So a plus b plus c equals to 1. So I do my substitution as always. B is minus 1. C I don't know. Equals to 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel out. So C also equals to 1. Now, you also need to remember the general form of a quadratic equation, which is, I'm going to write it here at the top. So an squared plus bn plus c. So now you know your a, you know your b, you know your c. All you have to do is just substitute in this general form of a quadratic equation. So instead of a, I'm going to say 1, or I could say 1. I'm not going to, because we know we don't need that 1 in front of a number. So it's just going to be n squared. Instead of b, I can say minus 1. So again, I'm not going to say minus 1. I'm just going to say minus n. Because I know that 1 is hidden there. That minus 1 is hidden there. And then c is equal to 1, positive 1. So I write plus 1. And this is my final answer.